Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in another video. Today I want to share with you a bag that I just bought about 2 days ago. I bought it at the Louis Vuitton boutique in Boston. So it came with the Louis Vuitton orange box bag. It has the orange box inside. Very heavy box with a magnetic closure. Yeah, and just kept all the dust bag and the receipt inside. So this is the packaging. And let me show you the bag. This is the bag that I got. This is the Speedy 30 in the monogram print with the bandolier strap. I've been looking at this bag for a while and I was having a meeting in Boston and I just took a look at the Louis Vuitton boutique and I realized somehow the sales tax there was a little bit cheaper than what I had here in New Jersey. So I thought, why not? I mean, yeah, just an impulsive decision, but I've been researching for this bag for a while and I'm not a rich girl at all. I saved up for months. I worked really hard to buy me a luxury piece. So I want something different that can be used differently. I have a bag Louis Vuitton from Louis Vuitton. This is the Hampstead bag in the dummy bin pattern. I got this one from my mom. I used this for like 5 or 6 times. Yes, still like brand new. Very pretty print. It goes with everything, almost everything. But the problem I found with this bag is that, as you may have known, the damier bin bag has the issue of the stiff shoulder strap, that this leather part is really sometimes is cutting my skin, especially in the summer when my skin is like more exposed. I feel like it's not very comfortable. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of this type of leather, and I feel like over time it didn't get softened much. So I don't expect in the future it will change much also. But still, I would say this is a very classic print. I like this print a lot. But like I said, I want something different. So I went for the monogram print. And some people were having issues with the prosciutto leather because they said it is a little bit difficult to protect. You have to make sure that no dirt or no watermarks on it, otherwise you will get there like forever, or it's really hard to be cleaned. For me personally speaking, I somehow prefer the fact that a part of my bag is vulnerable, if that makes sense, because it feels like it's more precious and I have to be a little bit careful with it. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, I like the fact that the prosciutto leather will get darker over time. So yeah, it feels like we're like growing and changing at the same time. It's like I'm developing a personal relationship with my bag. So yeah, that's my personal preference. But yeah, I just want to mention that if you're interested in buying this kind of bag, be careful with the prosciutto leather and be aware of the fact that you should be careful with it. So another thing I want to mention about this bag is that I put an organizer inside to keep the shape of this bag. There are many selections online for the base shaper or organizer in order to prevent the sagging issue of this bag. And another recommendation I have is that to stuff like the space between the organizer and the bag with something soft. So for example, I have my Burberry shawls right now. This is the Burberry shawl. I put it in between of the organizer and this side of the bag. So as you can see here, it keeps the shape really well. But compared to this side, it feels like it's more straight. Yeah, it's also personal preference. I prefer to keep the shape. Some other people may prefer like this type of look. It's just your personal preference and something maybe to consider if you're interested in it. Another thing I want to mention is that some people recommend to keep the 3 straps together for them to color evenly over time. But for me, I'm a pretty petite. I'm about 5'4", so I only use this as a shoulder bag. I never use the longest strap for crossbody. So let me show you to you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like when I'm wearing it as a shoulder bag. And this is what it looks like when I'm wearing on the crook of my arm. Very classic looking. I like the shape and the size of this bag very much. And to be honest, it can hold a lot of stuff. It can hold all my essentials and a lot of additional stuff, even an iPad mini, a bottle of water, some scarves or shawls with no problem. So compared to my Hampstead bag, I don't think in terms of capacity there is a big difference. So yeah, and at last I want to mention something that is a little bit annoying to me, is that I have to say this is a very, very popular bag that you can almost see it everywhere on the streets. Just be aware of the fact that you can see similar bag or same bag or same print bag all the time. I don't know how that would make you feel, but for me, it makes me feel a little bit less unique. That's why, that's the only thing that I don't really like about this bag. Like, for example, when I'm at work, there was a lady sitting next to the printer with the exact same bag, like just putting on her desk, and every time I went there to print out something, I saw the bag that is exactly the same as mine. So that made me feel like a little bit less unique, but still, I mean, it's really up to like how much you can tolerate it. And for me, I think I can still enjoy this bag, like even though like some other people are wearing the same thing. I feel like I still want to enjoy it because it's a functional bag. Other than this, I've also learned an interesting fact that the resale value of the bag that is made in United States and made in Spain or France are different. I don't know why like people would care about that. For me, I thought that the quality wise they should be the same, because for Louis Vuitton you kind of expect them to maintain their quality pretty consistently. But yeah, I have to point out to the fact that the resale price may be a little bit different. So if you want to buy it in Europe, maybe it's a better bargain if you want to sell it someday in the future. But for me, I don't really care. I bought this in the United States and I bought it, this one is made in the United States. So yeah, I've been loving it so far, and that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.